Mamelodi Sundowns continue again finding those loopholes, especially on the Esperance right-hand side. They just seem to find openings in that side, which is something that they lacked in the first round. So clearly, the technical team of Mamelodi Sundowns, also Coach Head, also helping the fact that he was, part of this team, knowing exactly maybe the frequencies that they have on the defensive side, but they seem to find ways on the left-hand side. That was a good run they've been done by them.
Ben Said living dangerously. Referee points to the spot. And a yellow card for Monsieur Ben Said.
Oh.
Now, of course, VAR can come into effect. There was a very, very long VAR check, 5 or 6 minutes, when Diakite, the sub, had his goal ruled out in the first leg. Hamza Gilasi was eventually booked for an elbow on Ron Williams. So Ben Said, having given away the penalty, has to try and make amends here. Oh, he has, but not the further one. Turned in, and Mamelodi Sundowns do have their 2-goal aggregate advantage. Brian Leon netting from the spot for the first time in his Brazilian's career. That's 10 goals now. Had actually missed his previous 2 penalties at his former club, but had the confidence today to take on the opportunity. For the second time across the 2 legs, Esperance have been denied by the woodwork. Another let-off for Sundowns.
Again, making sure that they exploit the spaces. Look at the third-man run that has been played, but that man inside the box as well. We've spoken about him, how dangerous he is inside the box. Unfortunate for him there.
Allende passes upon it. Oh, good hit. Well stopped by Monsieur Ben Said. But still Mamelodi Sundowns have it. This is Allende again. Leon. Quina. Leon. Adams! 2 terrific hits in quick succession. First on Allende and then from Jaden Adams, both denied by Ben Said.
We've spoken about Allende's presence inside the pitch, being able to take those shots outside the box, but Jaden Adams, who was mostly deployed a little bit deeper in the first half, right now because there's so much space within the game itself, he finds himself in those areas, being able to take that shot. Good save there from Ben Said.
The final whistle sounds, and the quest for that second star continues. Mamelodi Sundowns are into the final of the CAF Champions League for a second season in succession, and hoping that they can claim the trophy that they got their hands on for the very first time back in 2016. Smiles all around in the presidential suite. Trippy Motsepe, ecstatic with what his Mamelodi Sundowns have managed, and for the 4th time in their history, they are into the showpiece. Brian Leon with the winner. Sundowns 1, Esperance 0, 2-0 on aggregates.
Esperance Tunis and the Mamelodi Sundowns are 180 minutes away from a place in the final of the CAF Champions League for 2026. Good evening and welcome to the Hamadi Akrebi Stadium. We are in Tunis tonight in front of a packed house of 65,000 passionate supporters. Not the first time these 2 teams have met. In fact, the last 2 Champions League they've met in the knockout stages in 23-24 in the semi-finals, where Esperance won both home and away to make it through into the final. And then the last season where Mamelodi Sundowns won by a single goal at home. The away match is played to a goalless draw, and they made it to the quarterfinals, beat Al Ahly in the semi-finals, and lost against Pyramids in the final last season at Mamelodi Sundowns. Esperance Tunis, as we said, losing in the quarterfinals to Sundowns by 1-0. However, they are four-time champions of the CAF Champions League. 94, 2011, 2018 and 19, beating the likes of Zamalek, Wydad Casablanca on two occasions at Al Ahly in 2018. Swinging corner, keeper comes down and punches. There's still an opportunity to drive the agenda through into the middle. Mokoena loses out, but Ronald Williams snaps up the loose ball in front of Mohamed Tugai. Now space in front of goal off the woodwork. Beautiful strike from Florian Dano. Ronald Williams did nothing about it. Venomous effort. And the frame of the goal comes to the rescue of Sundowns. Have a look at this shot. Wow.
Blasting the ball.
Absolutely rocked the frame of the goal. But didn't bounce the back of the net, and Ronald Williams will be happy with that situation. Corner, keeper stays on his line, makes a brilliant save. The header over the top is from Brian Leon.
Watch. The reflexes. Ronald Williams. Close angle.
A bit of a push forward now. And a good ball into the middle. Brian Leon forces a good save out of Ben Said. Early signals and early intent from Mamelodi Sundowns.
It's a good start from Mamelodi Sundowns. Good goalkeeping as well from Ben Said.
Mokoena bursting forward. Saleh waiting for the ball to come to him. This is Jaden Adams. Nice first time ball in the area. Goal to Mamelodi Sundowns. Brian Leon scores for the fourth time in the Champions League. Sundowns rocking Esperance Tunis.
Brilliant goal. Good timing. Buriso Mudau setting up for Brian. Sneaks in between two players. Doesn't disappoint. Lethal as usual in the box. And it's a very good start for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Williams comes out a long way, and there's no referee's whistle. Ball's gone in the back of the net. And Mamelodi Sundowns are very, very unhappy that there's no protection for the goalkeeper. Ball's been tapped in by Diakite. His third goal of the Champions League. Esperance Tunis draw level. And the South Africans will not be happy with that at all. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but the first touch for Boubacar Diakite. The teenager scores for the third time in the Champions League. It's come at a very important time for Esperance Tunis to draw level.
Was there a foul?
Was there contact made by the Esperance player? Well, there is contact, and that is an elbow in his face from Tugai. Hitting that right elbow.
That's right. Williams.
So what is the decision going to be? Does he overturn this? No goal, says the referee. And the home fans are going to go ballistic. And it's a yellow card as well, rightly so, for contact in the face of an opponent. He's not happy, is he? Yeah, most certainly. Oh, straight red card! Well, yeah, there was a bit of risk about that, and the Tunisians go up almost in unison, and the South African side, Mamelodi Sundowns, are about to lose a centre-back, Grant Kekana, for kicking an opponent in the face. Straight red card from the Algerian referee. Yeah, unfortunately, he's put in the wrong position. Space for a shot at the back post, they're diving into it, and they just missed the upright. Esperance Tunis, how close was that? And maybe, just maybe, too many places in a too small an area. Mamelodi Sundowns will create a moment of history as they beat the Esperance Tunis Division champions away from home for the very first time. Sundowns win by a 1-0.
Sundowns have really put themselves in a very strong position to try and book a place in the semi-finals of the Total Energies CAF Champions League. With that's what you do. That's what you need to do. Is take.
Zoma.
Good afternoon, we welcome you to the Umko Abiola Stadium. We are in Abeokuta today for round 2 of the preliminary stage of the CAF Champions League. And Nigeria versus South Africa clash, pretty similar to what we experienced just recently in Group C of the FIFA World Cup qualification.